Delighted to say Al joins us now. Alan, a very, very good morning.
Morning, Alan.
Morning, guys. How we doing?
We're good. It's a Friday, Al, so it's all good on a Friday, mate. How did you enjoy your first show?
Well, obviously, you go into something that you've never done before, and me and Madge not particularly been friends in the past or anything. So we met a couple of weeks ago, but we got on like a house on fire. So the first show was great. Our first caller wanted Klopp sacked, so we was right in at the deep end.
Do you know what? It's some great games this weekend as well, Al. So this should be,
Sure.
You get great games, loads to talk about. You get the Women's World Cup final, so it's going to be fantastic. You'll be on air after the 4:30 game between West Ham and Chelsea's finish. Obviously, we've got City against Newcastle, your old boys. I can't believe City have not been given another day after the Super Cup.
Yeah, it's tough on them, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, I've had a couple of European campaigns, and that coming home and the travelling and all the infrastructure that goes around an event like that, so taxing mentally for a team. And I actually think, I see the odds this morning, I think Newcastle was second favourites. I'll make them favourites even if it's at Man City. They're in such great form at the moment and have signed very well again. So I think that's a really tough game for Man City.
Yeah, and obviously Liverpool, Al, you look at, there's something that went in for Casado, he turned them down, and a few other midfielders. They're probably desperate for a couple of midfielders in there, and Jurgen Klopp's got to work very hard now, or the board's got to work hard trying to bring some players into Liverpool.
They do. I mean, if you look at the top of the league, you was just talking earlier with Gary about Man City and Arsenal sort of challenging, but I think Newcastle are right in there, and there's two wild cards really in Liverpool and Chelsea. I think even from a professional point of view, you guys would probably agree, you don't really know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
There's so many signings gone in there. It's so sort of dysfunctional at the moment. But I think Liverpool need that Henderson replacement and a sitting midfielder who can lead. Is it Amrabat, the lad from Morocco? I think would be absolutely perfect for them.
Yeah.
And so there's still work to be done in the transfer market. So even though initially, you look at teams and you go, oh, I'm not sure, there's still, signings to come in yet who can actually transform any of that top 10.
So at 4:30, you come on air. West Ham, Chelsea. James Ward-Prowse will make his debut for West Ham, wearing number 7. I think this is a good signing. I really do. Set pieces, he is fantastic.
Well, yeah, and West Ham and David Moyes' teams have always been very, very proficient at set plays. His movement, his blocking, and everything else that he puts into those. And now you've got a guy who can literally put it on a button. So that is a great signing. And I was surprised they got a free run at that. I thought a couple other teams might be involved in him. He's a great character. He's been at Southampton. He's been brilliant for them. So I think that's a top signing, and I agree with you, absolutely.
Al, Stuart Pearce was on earlier, and he said, look, we all thought Man City, Arsenal, or win the league, maybe Liverpool. But he said, no, I'm going to go Newcastle. Do you agree with that?
Well, the one thing I would say about Newcastle is that firstly, you got a settled team from last year who finished third quite comfortably. I think it was third. Was it right? Is it third? They finished. But they've built again on that. That is it. Tonali they've brought in. He looks terrific.
Looks good, yeah.
Harvey Barnes, who's going to give them that sort of pace and thrust down that left side. So, the momentum they've got up there at the moment, I've been part of that, so I know it. That stadium, teams are going to find it very, very difficult to get anything up there. But Eddie's got a settled team, a good team, and a team that has got a good away record. So you have to say they're going to go close for sure. And the distraction of Europe might be a problem for them, but we'll see.
But they're working so hard for each other as well, Anne, which is great news. Now, what about Palace? Palace back at Selhurst Monday night against the Arsenal, live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Olise signed a new contract, and we've got to get some anger management pills for Roy. What is he doing on that touchline, Roy?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Incredible.
I can't believe managers will act like that on the sideline. I mean, you never see that from myself. And
it's great to see. I'm sorry, it's great to see. I think, especially Roy's getting on a bit, and he's still wants a square up.
Well, when you're on that sideline and obviously you're at the top in terms of stress, and someone comes into your little area, whether it's your assistant, whether it's a referee, they're in danger. And even Roy drew my right-hander off, didn't he? Had it sort of poised there just in case. But it was great. I love that. And that is Roy. I mean, even at his age, he's got that passion. But, I mean, Palace are interested. I mean, that deal they did with Lacey yesterday, I think was a complete surprise. I was expecting him to turn up at Chelsea or one of the other top clubs when obviously it was leaked about what the get-out clause was.
Yeah.
But Steve Parish done a great job to get him over the line, and that's a big boost for Palace with the loss of Zaha, of course.
How good is he, Alicia, or how good can he be?
Well, I think from what I've seen, his defensive work is probably his weak area, and he doesn't really lock down the side as you would like in the Premier League. But obviously, with the ball at his feet and going forward, he's a real talent. He's got tremendous delivery, tremendous sort of options in his game. And I think having Roy as his manager was actually quite perfect for him, because anyone who's worked under Roy will know that his defensive sort of coaching and his diligence with that when the opposition have the ball is probably Roy's real strength. So I think that'll be great for them. But Palace, if you're going to say where are they, I think they're going to finish roughly the same place as they did last year, because the loss of Zaha, don't underestimate that. It's a big loss for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, Al, listen, we'll be tuning in Sunday. Good luck, mate. I hope you enjoy it and enjoy the weekend.
Call in, Al. We'd like to speak to you.
All right,
me and Madge there on a Sunday night. Nice.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.